That's okay. That's okay. We got this.
Hey,
No,
10 toes down.
Cassandra, I'm
Shorty always
here.
have it though.
I'm here. I'm here, Shirley. I'm
Okay.
here.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Man,
No, no,
stop
no,
that.
no, no, that don't count. That don't count because she on my line, so that don't count. So y'all still outnumbered technically.
Cause I remember we had a real conversation. Shorty was the only one there out of all the women's.
Uh-huh.
10 toes down. Shorty was the only one here. So
She got it
okay.
down though. She got it down.
Oh yeah, easy money. Easy money. She did.
Did y'all go vote?
Yes, I did.
So,
Okay.
Hey, you know my line brother's city commissioner, so I always got to vote.
Cliff, you press and play.
All right, I'm about to press it right now.
All right.
We'll run it.
Historically, women always married up. Wouldn't that mean that men married down?
Absolutely.
So men in that case would be settling, right?
A lot of men settle.
A lot of men settle.
A lot
I
of
agree
men,
with that.
a lot of men settle.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, there's a real conversation in that you ain't ready for. White women marry up, okay, and most of our sisters marry down. But you're not ready for that
I agree
conversation.
100%.
That could take you a whole other place right now. And I told you I've been drinking, so you might want to get that mic off.
So
Come out when you drink, though.
no, but let's explore though. Why do you believe that most white women marry up and minorities, black women marry down?
Because white women have been trained by their mothers to marry up. The man is supposed to take care of you. The man is the head of the household, where a lot of times, a lot of our sisters have been told that black men ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? I can do it for myself. I made it on my own. But you're not ready for that conversation. Get that mic off me because I've been drinking.
Do you think that is why in society it is sometimes deemed the angry black woman is more masculine, whereas you see a lot of brothers getting with white women because they're more submissive?
Did you see the NBA draft class this year? It's a bunch of high yellow brothers like me and him in that class. So what you think? Absolutely.
Historic.
All right.
All right.
So the question, I guess, first would be, do men or do women, I guess, marry down? You know what I'm saying? That'll be the first initial question. And then I guess we'll start with ladies first. Show no emotions. Oh, it's Cassandra. Y'all the only two ladies.
Fufu on the line. Fufu on the line.
I think you should start with men first.
Yep.
All right, well, go ahead. I'm gonna start with limousine. You think men or women majority of the time marry down, or?
And okay, starting off, I would say yes. In the original concept of things, women had to go marry up. But in the new state of the new frame of society, most women is marrying down. But to me, I don't think marrying down is a bad thing, because the thing about it, for me, they always want to put money and politics into your marriage. To me, when you marry somebody, it's about love. Love should never have to be about money. It should never be about what can I give you and I can get from it. It should never be about that. And for example, technically speaking, right now, I'm not married. The reason I'm not married, no matter all the experience I had in my life, is because I don't care about what. Okay, I can marry a doctor. Okay, I'll marry a doctor. But I'm gonna cheat on a doctor. And when I cheat on a doctor, we're gonna have problems. Okay, I can marry a lawyer. Okay, she's a lawyer. Even if I was a billionaire, even if I was the worst, I was the bum on the earth. When I get married, I want to marry for love. It shouldn't have no plateau on what's up and what's down. Because love is love. There's ugly people that marry beautiful people, and there's beautiful people that marry ugly people. But once again, as I always tell people, it's about love. It's your heart. If your heart is about everything, then therefore you're gonna marry that person. It shouldn't be about money. It shouldn't be about stature. Not stature. I'm saying stature. Yeah.
Status.
It should be no gratification from it. It should be about true love. And if a true love is there, then that's what it should be about. So for me, do women currently marry down? Maybe. Because to me, technically speaking, imagine if I'm dating a doctor. I am. and then we get married. I'm not a doctor. I'm not on her playing field. I'm not in the same whatever. So technically speaking, for her, she's marrying down. But just because she's marrying down on education wise, am I not a good person? Am I not a good husband? Am I not a good father? Am I not a good man? You can't say that. So therefore, to me, I don't like the whole statistics on marriage when it comes to money and whatever. But technically speaking, yes, I will agree. Before, women did marry up because think about it. Back in the day, you didn't have any voice on when you get married. Your father was like, "Well, I want to create this bond. You had land. I got goats. I need your land to whatever. Here's my daughter. Let's get married. And I got this land. So just marrying up." But nowadays, I agree. Most women nowadays, they're more damn near like most women nowadays making damn near 100 figures. They're making more money than most men right now. So are they marrying down? Technically, yes. But to me, what's marrying down to? Are you talking about like statue? You talking about money? Or are you saying the guy? Like to me, marrying down to me is you're an educated black woman that knows everything about this, that, and the third, and you married a nigga that's so ignorant to the point where he don't give a fuck about nothing in life, and he's willing to go gang bang every day in the streets, sit on the corner, and possibly die. To me, you're marrying down.
Marry those niggas?
You said what?
You think them niggas get married?
They don't get married. Of course they don't.
That's
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying.
So that don't even include nothing, bro. Like
No, but some women. No, once again, I know women who want them type of niggas because they grew
are
up
they
in the
married?
hood.
Are them niggas marrying? You know what I'm saying? Because I think overall, women marry. What's it called again? Men marry down, women marry up. Because the type of man that will marry a woman is a hard man to find, bro. You know what I'm saying? They not just out there everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like not every man is sitting there marrying women. Most men is out there playing and doing all the extra shit. Most men is not sitting here taking care of families. You know what I'm saying? If they marry. So the type of man that a marrying man, he's always going to marry down. You know what I'm saying? Because he's hard to find. She can't go and just find the next nigga that's going to be able to take care of my family, take care of my kids, be a good father, do all that. Kids, they hard to find. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's a rare thing. So if you're very rare, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna have to date down or marry down. That's my perspective on it. And I don't take the love thing, you know what I'm saying? Like the love thing, that's where I think it goes up and down. Yes, love. You know what I'm saying? But you can't base it off love, bro. You gotta base it off of I'm doing the right thing for my woman, bro. And
But to me, I get what you're saying because you're a married man, so you chose that life. But me being an unmarried man, the reason I'm unmarried is because I'm not going to do something because because it looks good or it sounds good or this, that, and third. I don't give a fuck. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm not saying looks good, sounds good. I'm saying, I chose you. So because I chose you, I'm going to do what needs to be done because I chose you. That's what I mean. I'm not doing it for love. Of course, I love you. Of course, you're going to love me. But I chose you. So I'm going to do what needs to be done for me to choose and then make it be known that I chose you and why I chose you. You know what I'm saying? And on the other hand, I expect that in return. Same thing.
I think you need to identify like what constitutes marrying up or down. Like, are we talking about financially? Are we talking about
I didn't
like
say about finance? Finance to me.
Yeah, so like because what would mean like because one person might be like, oh, she married down because the person don't make as much money as she does. But is that what we're talking about? Or because the person might bring other things to the table financially. So what's marrying up or down? I think that's why I don't really like them terms.
That's why I gave you a
I married up or I married down because
I try to give you a case of like mine had nothing to do with finance, nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that it's hard to find a marrying type man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with finance or nothing. The thing that a marrying type man provides is hard to find in other men. So that's why he's always going to be dating down or marrying down because it's hard to find a marrying type man.
But why would he be marrying down?
Because what do you mean? Why? How is he marrying down? He
Like,
is hard to
couldn't
find.
he find somebody? So, but couldn't he find somebody that's on his level? Like, what would make him marrying down simply because he's hard to find?
Yes, he's hard to find.
But then we
If
just
it's
sat here
rare,
and
if a
said,
diamond, if a diamond, diamonds are rare.
yeah,
If they're
but we
hard to
just sat
find,
here and said that there's only 10% of women that think a certain way. So, what she's hard to find. So, if she's found, is she marrying down?
that would be a place where they could be on equal playing field. I can
See,
see
that's
equal
what I'm
playing
saying.
field.
So it doesn't
I can
necessarily
see equal playing
mean
field.
just because he's a marrying type that he's marrying down. He could be getting
That
a
could be a
catch.
good argument. Well, spit on that argument. I like that argument.
Yeah, so I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the terms marrying up, marrying down. I feel like people marry whatever makes them happy. Hopefully, they're making a decision on what makes them happy. If that person's not making as much money as them, but brings other things to the table, so be it. Like, I feel like it just depends. People can define their own relationship. So I don't like the whole marrying up, marrying down. Marry who makes you happy. At the end of the day, if it works for you, it works.
I agree. What say you, old Cassandra?
I think Zeke is gonna say something.
Oh, well, I think
No,
I agree with Shirley too. Well, it's overall because you can't say that you're marrying up and down, especially if it's different. Because if you have a bond and this person doesn't have this and that, but you still feel like you can work on it, you can build it together. So it's not really a up and down, or if it's if this person have this, is this person have that. It's mostly, it depends on their bond, honestly. Like, okay, if I marry you right now, I can see that we can build this together. I can see that if we don't have it right now, I can see that we're able to work on it together to get where we need to go. It's not where you just label somebody, oh, he not in my bracket, so I can't mess with him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like immature people do that. Like, they'll say, oh man, I make more money than him, and so I can't deal with no broke nigga. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if you love this person or if you see this potential, you're going to help them get to where they need to be so you can, so y'all can be straight. It's not well, they're not there yet, so I'm marrying up and I'm married down.
I agree with that. I think it should be a work. You feel me? On not looking at both ends and marrying up. Cause I think no, if you in a good marriage, you know what I'm saying, it ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I was just going off of what the video's saying. You know what I'm
But
saying?
honestly, it's never, it's not, you can't say a good marriage because every marriage is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say, oh, if it's a good marriage, like, they got to where they at. It wasn't, at first, it wasn't, oh, we're perfect. We in la la land and we got this, we got that. It's building. It's like growing.
That's a good marriage. That's what I mean by good
Healthy.
marriage. That the fact that both of y'all is willing to
But
work.
you don't get that in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Not all marriages are like that.
I would say like just healthy marriage, working towards a healthy and life together in general.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that the video said that I kind of do agree with. I do agree that white women marry up and they're taught to marry up. And I think that black women, we kind of be like, oh, well, I see potential in him, so let me help him get to where he's going. Because, and it's honestly, black men, there are a lot of black men that do need that help because of things that have happened in society and systematic things. But white men don't necessarily have those struggles, so white women have more opportunities to marry up than black women.
that makes sense. That's true. That make a lot of sense.
Anybody ain't go?
That makes a lot of sense. That make a whole lot of sense, but what?
Oh, it's Cassandra. You got something to say about it? Or she went over it?
No, I was waiting. I kind of agree with everybody. I believe that, like Shirley just mentioned, we are taught to marry potential. So a lot of times we look at the future value of someone and not currently what they're doing. So if they don't have a high school diploma now, if they don't have a college degree now, if they don't have a car now, if they don't have an awesome job now, they may have extra kids. It's like, okay, but potentially, what can we build together? Like Fufu said, the potential is what really catches us to people. Um, and then with what Fritz mentioned about love, I do believe love plays a huge part in why we should marry someone, but I don't think it's always the reason why we do marry people. Especially the older you are, the longer you wait to get married is definitely, as much as they say I'm waiting for love, it's not that. It's I didn't want a project, so I decided that I was going to wait till I didn't get a project. I didn't want to build nobody. I didn't want to share my funds with people. I wanted it to be you came into the table with a full table. I came in with a full table, and this is what we have together. But I don't think a lot of people, especially our age, marry for love anymore. Because if we married for love and then 2 years later or 3 years later we're getting a divorce, what happened to love?
Do you think people ever married for love? I don't think people really ever married for love, to be honest.
I thought I married for love. I did. I thought we were so like madly in love with each other, and eventually, like year 2 or 3 down the road, I said, "Bro, we did not marry because of love. Because when I aggravate him, do I still feel like I'm so madly in love, and vice versa?" So I don't think I married for love. I did marry for potential, and love was connected to it, but I don't think my main focus of marriage, and because of our faith, I do believe that. And it, mm, mm, I can't even say Shalom played a part in it. I don't even feel like Shalom played a role in me getting married. I was gonna get married regardless, so I don't even think the fact that we had a jit played a role into us getting married. It was really potential. Like I have the potential of being great. You got the potential of being great. Let's be great together. I thought it was because we love each other so much, but it's not. I mean, I do. I really do love my husband, but I know it's not those nights that, where you get in big arguments and stuff. I know it's not the love that keeps it going. It's the fact that we are committed to this thing. We are committed to seeing this thing work. And it's not to prove anybody wrong, to prove anybody right. We are committed to
To
this
each
thing,
other.
to
To
each
each
other.
other.
We're
Exactly.
committed, and we promise every day that even in the bad time, good times, we're gonna make it work. So I do agree with Shirley. I don't like that whole marry up, marry down thing.
Okay.
But and then to summarize it all, I do believe that Caucasians, they are taught to marry for a purpose. And for them, it is purpose of sharing wealth. It is the purpose of building. That's why a lot of Caucasians, like, no matter if they're really into black men, because black men, I don't care what nobody say, black men are some of the finest creations God has ever made. You guys are just gorgeous all together. Your beard, your baldness, your lips, everything about y'all.
Child, you up here less than after my man, the beard,
I
the
mean,
ball.
my husband got a beard too, and my husband bald too.
I'm playing.